So here we are looking at the pink water pewter. We're going to take it apart and clean it and dust it and everything, because it's been a while. And as you can see, my daughter has taken very nice care of it. There's no scratches or dirt or anything on it. She loves her pink water pewter.
Yes, I do. I do a lot.
Okay, this little case is custom made in the USA. It's all aluminum. I had it custom powder coated this sparkly pink color. And it comes apart in a kind of a unique way. You have to undo these screws on either side. And then there are 4 feet on the bottom that get unscrewed. My daughter's going to help me with this process because she's interested about her computer. So we're taking the screws out now. Okay, and we put it in this little yellow box. Okay, and let's take the other one off. There's one more right over here.
Right here.
Yeah, be careful not to scratch the paint. There you go. Kind of hard at first, but then it gets easier, right?
Yeah, because you're unscrewing and then screw gets unscrewed.
Okay, so once you get those screws out, you put it on its side and you just loosen these about that much so that the sides will come free. Okay? And then we'll put it back up on its feet and we'll take it apart.
Started.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to show you the way you get this off is then you spread the sides. Okay? And you take it off. Now I made this with a little extension cord for the fans so that you can have enough room to put this to the side. And here is what your little computer looks like, huh?
Cool.
Right here we have 2 1 terabyte drives which are being run in RAID 0. A lot of people will be like, why run 2 terabyte drives in RAID 0? Well, it's mainly just movies and stuff, so if we lose it, we lose it. But the computer's real fast, so that's why we do it that way. These come off with these little screws. You still got it in the camera, honey? Cool. So let's undo these. Now we don't want to forget which is which. Okay, this is the outer one. Okay, and then we're going to flip this one through the back a little bit, like that, so we know that that's the inner one. Okay, and then we take the power plugs off. So those were the data cables. The pink ones are the ones that send the signals, and the black ones are the ones that power the drives. And then all you have to do is pull it off of there like that.
I can't believe there's even pink cords, pink tubes, pink everything.
Yeah.
Pink holsters,
It
pink.
was a pretty special birthday present, huh? So now that we've got that off, you can see
everything.
This is what holds all your stuff, like the little fan controller knobs on the outside. They're screwed there. And your DVD player, that's screwed there. And then this is what holds the pink water. As you can see, we've got a little bit of dust on everything. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as it could be because I've got filters. This is what drives your monitor. This is what makes the picture on your monitor. This is at the time, it was a really nice fast card. I like it because it runs pretty quiet, and it's cool, and it'll do the job. And there's the part that connects to the internet through the antenna. Okay. And we're not going to be able to see much else because the way it's all hidden in there. But I guess that's enough for now. And you press the button again, and it'll stop. Usually I don't take everything apart, but we're going to do a little bit deeper cleaning this time. So this is what holds any kind of expansion cards, like the graphics card or the wireless connector or any of that stuff.
Cool.
That's held on with this little pink clamp. Okay, and you can put that in there and put that in the box.
I'll put this right here.
Okay.
Put this.
Okay, and then we can remove the graphics card just by undoing the power cable.
Right here.
Just right there. Okay. And then what happens is the graphics card wiggles up and out. Like that. And out it comes.
But why does it have this special picture?
I don't know. I guess because boys like dragons. Not too many girls build special computers. It's mainly boys. But now we can really... Now, you can take a better look at your motherboard, okay?
My motherboard is
Yeah, this is the thing with all the stuff attached to it. Everything attaches to it. And this is a LAN party, a DFI LAN party. It's you know, a micro ATX, small. Now see that? That's the water pump.
Right there?
That clear block with the hoses coming in and out of it pumps
like
the
this
water.
One?
And then on the other side, is the radiator, which you can barely see. It's hiding in there. It's got filters over it. Everything has silver filters over it.
Like this?
Yep, that part back there, that's the radiator back there.
What's the radiator?
A radiator is a way of taking the heat out of that water. What it does is the water takes the heat off of the motherboard, and then it puts it, actually the processor, and it puts it into the radiator, and then it blows it out of the case.
Oh.
This is what powers your whole computer. This is a pretty big power supply, so that if you ever want to put really big, powerful graphics cards in it, you can. This one has 2 slots for graphics cards that you can run in what they call crossfire. Yep, you could run a couple of ATI graphics cards in there on crossfire and get a lot better performance.
What's this?
So you can see how big it is in here, all this space. There's actually a lot of room if you wanted to put more hard drives and stuff. There would be plenty of room to tuck them up in there. And you could have really great big long graphics cards like the big boys run.
Yeah, but what are those? What are those?
What are those? Those are the memory modules. And that's special overclocking memory. In case you ever want to learn about overclocking, I'll teach you. They're Mushkin, which is one of the old school overclocking memories that people that like to overclock used to use. I just did it out of nostalgia.
Here, it goes through here, goes
This is
in
called
here.
a reservoir. Okay? And this reservoir is filled with a very special kind of fluid that is not water. It's electrically, doesn't conduct electricity. It doesn't conduct electricity if it spills on something. And plus it has special lubricants in it to help keep the pump running. And it's got special other stuff in it so it never gets bad or goes bad. So really, how long have we had this? 2 years now? We never opened it, have we?
Oh, actually, it's been... Yeah, it's been actually...
Now, notice that there's these little tiny cracks all around that. And this is what happens when you don't run just pure water inside of plastic things. The material that's inside of this clear pink stuff is making this reservoir crack. You can also see it in the front. I don't know if it's that clear, but if you look really close, you'll see that some of the joints are getting those little fractures and cracks too. And the reason for that is because it's got some stuff in it that's hard on plastic. But it does last a long time. It's been a couple years.
It's actually been a few for...
We've never changed it or anything, have we? Okay, so you're wondering what those do. Okay? If we come around here, you'll see there's these really special buttons. Remember, these buttons light up. One of them has a light in the center, and the other one has a circle light. This one starts the computer. This one resets the computer if there's a problem. And those go to these, which run the lights for those switches, and they're also connected to the switches. So that's how you stop and start your computer right here.
Right here they start, and they have special little holsters right here for what?
Yeah. Well, that's just how I did it. I made them all special like that. I put that purple on there and that pink on there just so it looked nice. Now, if you look down there inside the radiator, you'll see there's like a silver thing over it. Well, that's a filter to keep the dust out of the radiator. Looks to me like one of the dustiest places on the whole computer is this fan that's in the back.
Because that's the one that actually runs.
And there's no fans at all in the front. All the fans run from the sides.
Yep.
These are kind of neat. I've always liked these. I think that pattern looks cool. And these are all pink fans that glow when you put a black light on them.
Yep, if you put a black light, they'll glow.
So we've got little ultraviolet LEDs in there that make them glow pink. Yep, and here's another silvery fan. And so this fan just basically draws air into the case and blows it over the graphics card and everything.
Dust at all.
That's right. And the other 2 fans are connected to the radiator, and they blow air out of the case.
What's
they help cool it.
To be more steady. Look, see?
That's the power cables for that fan.
Hey, look, they even got special...
And they connect to this little silver one here.
Hey, look. This is especially assigned like that, and they'll cut it off.
I even used pink cable ties, yep. I tried to do everything in pink as much as I could. The only thing I really didn't do is I didn't ever put a sleeve over the pump lead.
It's okay.
And I've been trying to figure out what's making this computer so loud, and I think what it is I think it's this fan. And see, if you see the fan and the connector for the radiator touch, so I think that's making a vibration that goes through the whole case from this back fan. This back fan is the noisiest one.
Yep, it's the noisiest fan.
But we can control that with these little knobs up in the front, so these little knobs can slow it down.
Oh, that's what these knobs do.
And
You have to turn them up a little.
Not too much dust, not too bad. Right, just a little
You
bit.
turn them like this.
That's right.
Turns up.
Or down.
Turns down.
Yeah.
This turns
This is
off.
made by a company called Lamptron. Yeah. And then I made a special bracket over here, again.
They clip.
All
too.
pink. And this special bracket over here is what holds your radiator, see?
That's a radiator.
That's a radiator, and you don't want to bend those little fins. We've got to be super careful with everything.
The radiator.
Let's see, I made this little frame, and I attached it to your case, and I tried to do it as neatly as I could.
And it's all pink.
I think that's the important part. So what is this called?
A redundant ray.
Independent
disc.
Very good. And we're running this in 0. It's RAID 0. So that's your water block. It's a dTek FuZion. And at one time it was a really good water block. It was like one of the best. Everybody liked it. Everybody used them all the time. Of course, they've come out with hundreds more since then. And these kind of fittings, these are made by a company called BitsPower. Yeah, and I used some fittings that were by Koolance. These fittings that are tiny little angle ones. Those are from Koolance because the BitsPower fittings are too big. But they work for a lot of things. And they swivel. So you can put things together and twist the hoses around. I had to do the same thing back in there on the radiator. I had to use little Koolance 45s, and then I use these BitsPower, they call them compression fittings, because they compress the hose onto the fitting when you turn that little part right there. That's how you take them apart. This pump, okay, this pump has got a special clear top on it. Yep, I think it's an Alphacool, and yeah, it's from Germany, I think. I'm not really sure, I can't remember, but I think it's an Alphacool. But it was the top of the line one that it had some voltage mods done to it so it would run faster. So it puts out a lot of flow. And it looks like your case is getting pretty clean. I don't see any more dust. I'm going to go around one more time and make sure though. I think we're almost ready to put it together.
This has its own fan too?
Yep, that's to cool the memory and the processor inside this. This is like its own little computer. This is a computer that does nothing but figure out how to make pictures for your monitor.
And then that snaps in here.
So those are the little bumps. This is how they keep their things from moving around. They put little bumps there, and then the clamp holds them in place. And you're right, that's where the second graphics card would go. So when you decide to do driving simulators, or you want to practice to be an air pilot, and you want to have a giant screen, we can put some big cards in here. Right now, it's ready for that, but I didn't think you needed that to do, you know, Dora the Explorer. So you can see it was pretty simple. We just blew the dust out of everywhere. Took a couple of things off. We took the hard drives off and we took the graphics card out. And we were able to clean everything else without taking the rest of it apart, which is good. So this is back in place. Everything's ready to go. Let's put the top back on. So what's your favorite part of this computer?
This part right here.
You like that? That glows orange.
Yep, I know. I like this part and this part.
And you like the part there. You like that?
Yep.
I think my favorite part is the part you never see. I like the way the inside of this looks. It's so sparkly.
One of my favorite parts is like, my best favorite is the sparkly pink.
Yeah, I guess the sparkly pink is hard to beat, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a real special color.
And I like the pink tubing and all that. That's pretty cool. Everything's designed as much as pink as you could. So.
That is good. Yeah, good job. So now we're finishing up. I just want to notice that these are special stainless steel screws I got from McMaster. And I've got little plastic washers on them, little nylon washers from McMaster, and these all are to keep from scratching the paint. Okay, and you can do that one. Good job. Yep. We're getting there. We're almost ready to bring it back up to your room. Plug it in and make sure everything works properly.
Well, we already cleaned John's computer.
We cleaned John's computer last week. Yep, it was computer cleaning time. Now I'm going to have to clean my big black computer and my Soldum XR1 case, which I love so much. We all love our computers, don't we? You love your pink one, John loves his green one, and I love my big black and red one. Okay, let me spin it around. Yep, so after we make sure your computer tests out and works good, then I think I'm probably going to drag my big black one down here and take it apart and clean it.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, but it sucks a lot of dust because it runs a lot.
Yep, we use it to watch TV, lots of things. Mom's been using it.
It's like the world's largest home theater PC, right?
I like this fan.
Yeah, that's pretty, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the grid size.
Some of the things that they didn't make a lot of sense with this case was that hard drives, there's no place to put a fan to blow on the hard drive. But I don't really think hard drives need fans.
No.
But this fan works pretty good.
Yeah.
And then luckily there was plenty of room on this side for fans for the radiator, but they're mounted to the radiator, not to the case.
No.
Yeah, so everything's very kind of odd and
all
different
the fans,
about this computer.
All the fans, you can't really touch the fans.
That's right, I made little guards and covers on them so that
nobody could touch them.
That's right, or wires wouldn't get at them or anything. Yeah.
Yep.
And it keeps the dust out of your computer, pretty much, sort of.
Yep, but John's fans,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
another story.
That's right. The cat loves this. So it tested out just fine. Everything's working, isn't it?
Yep, and this is it running, and the fans glow, really actually glow. Yes, if you can see close the light.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Glow in there, huh?
Little bit of glow. This one's the noisiest, so we turn it off. Then we've got two more.
It's not too loud. Once it's running, it's not too bad.
Yep, and if anything gets messed up, click that button, starts it over again.
Graphics card glowing all orange in there.
Yep.
That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I know, that's pretty